Hey everyone! So today, we're gonna master dice and cube reasoning. You know, that one topic in the SSC exams that can absolutely guarantee you full marks. And I promise, by the end of this session, all your doubts are gonna disappear, and this topic will feel like a piece of cake.
I totally get it. You see different positions of the same dice, and your head just starts spinning. Which number is opposite to which? But trust me, there's a really simple logic behind it all. So come on, let's break it down together.
All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll get down to the basics of a dice, the fundamentals. Then, we're gonna learn 3 super powerful rules that'll solve pretty much any question you can find. And finally, we'll make sure that you don't lose a single mark in the exam.
Okay, let's dive into section 1. First things first, we need to build a solid foundation. If you can really get this part, I'm telling you, the rules that come later will be incredibly easy for you.
Just look at the cube on your screen. Any faces that you can see at the same time, like the top, the front, and the side face here, we call those adjacent faces. In simple words, they're neighbors. They always share a common edge or a corner. And this simple idea, it's absolutely crucial.
And right from that idea, we get our most important rule, the golden rule. You have to remember this forever. If 2 faces are neighbors, meaning they're adjacent, then they can never be opposite to each other. It is just impossible. This is our ultimate weapon for elimination.
Now, using this golden rule, let's look at our very first technique. This one is super useful when you're given 2 different positions of the same dice. We call it the common face trick.
So here we have a classic exam question. We're given 2 positions of one dice, and we're asked, what number is opposite to 3? Come on, let's solve this little puzzle. What's the first step? Just carefully observe both dice.
Your first job is always to find the common face. The one number that's visible in both positions. Can you see it? Yep, that's right. The number 5 is common to both. This is our anchor point.
And now for the trick. It's called the clockwise method. We start from our common face, which is 5. Look at the first dice and go clockwise from 5. We get 5, then 3, then 2. Now do the exact same thing with the second dice. Starting from 5, we get 5, then 4, then 1.
And there you have it. The result is right in front of you. The corresponding numbers from our 2 clockwise sequences, well, they form opposite pairs. So 3 is opposite to 4, and 2 is opposite to 1. So what about the last remaining number, 6? Well, of course, it's going to be opposite to our common face, 5. So what's the answer to the question? Opposite to 3 is 4. Simple, right?
All right, time to level up. We've figured out what to do with one common face. Now let's see what happens when we're given more than 2 positions, say 3 or even 4. So here on the screen, we have 3 different positions of the same dice. The question is the same. What's opposite to 3? Now don't get overwhelmed by seeing so many positions. The key is to strategically choose just 2 of these dice to compare. And here's the pro tip that makes these questions so much easier. Always look for a pair of dice that have only one number in common. Why? Because that lets us easily use our Rule 1, the clockwise method we just learned.
Let's try it out. Okay, if we compare dice I and 3, we see that 2 and 3 are common. This won't help us find all the opposite pairs. So let's skip this one. Now look at dice I and II. Here, 2 and 4 are common. So we'll skip this pair too.
So, what's left? Let's check out dice 2 and 3. Now, which number is common between these 2? Look closely. It's just 2. Perfect. This is the exact pair we were looking for. Now we can apply our clockwise method.
So let's apply Rule 1. Starting from the common face 2, we go clockwise. In dice 2, it's 2, then 4, then 6. In dice 3, it's 2, then 3, then 1. Now just match them up. 4 is opposite to 3, and 6 is opposite to 1. And just like that, our question is solved. Opposite to 3 is 4. See? The right strategy makes it so much faster. So far, we've only tackled questions with closed dice. Let's move on to our final section, where we'll solve a totally different kind of problem. The open dice, which is also called a net. It looks different, but trust me, it's the easiest one to solve.
What you're seeing on the screen right now is an open dice. Just imagine taking a cardboard box, cutting it open, and laying it flat on the ground. The question in the exam will be something like this. When you fold this net back into a cube,
which faces will be opposite each other.
And the rule for this is the simplest of all. It's called the alternate face rule. In any straight line, the alternate faces, meaning you skip one face to get to the next one, are always opposite each other. That's it. That's the entire rule.
Okay, let's apply this rule to the image. Look at the long straight line. If we start at 6 and skip one face, 2, we land on 5. That means 6 and 5 are opposites. Now start at 2 and skip the next one, 5, and you get to 3. That means 2 and 3 are opposites. And what about the 2 leftover faces, 4 and 1? Well, they automatically become opposite.
Okay, now let's use this rule in a real exam question. We're given a net and asked which of these 4 options can be formed by folding it. So, what's always the first step? Find the opposite pairs from the net. Using our alternate rule, we know 3 is opposite 6, 2 is opposite 5, and 1 is opposite 4.
Now, we bring back our golden rule. Opposite faces can never be seen together. Let's check the options. Option A shows 1 and 4 together. But wait, we just found out they're opposites, so option A is wrong. Option D shows 6 and 3 together, which are also opposites. So D is wrong too. Now we're left with B and C. Option B shows 2, 6, and 1. Yep, they can all be neighbors. Option C shows 4, 2, and 3. These can also be neighbors. So based on our elimination logic, both B and C are possible dice. The key here is always elimination, using that golden rule.
And that brings us to our final section. Now it's time to consolidate everything we've learned into a clear strategy, so you don't make any mistakes in the exam hall.
So, let's quickly revise your master tools. Number 1, the golden rule. If you can see them together, they are not opposite. This is your elimination tool. Number 2, the common face trick. When 2 dice have one common face, grab it and go clockwise. And number 3, the open dice secret. In an open dice, just skip one face and the next one is always the opposite.
So what's the main takeaway? Whether you're preparing for SSC CGL, CHSL, or MTS, you are definitely going to find a dice reasoning question. Just master these 3 simple rules, get a little bit of practice in, and those marks are right